13 News Now begins in storm mode.
That's right. We are in storm mode. More winter weather is moving into Hampton Roads.
Some areas are already seeing snow, and it's only going to get worse. We'll have live reports from around the area in just a moment. But first, let's head right over to meteorologist Tim Pandages. Hey, Tim.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. A live look outside here. Hasn't been snowing yet in Norfolk, but you look at the clouds, and they are ominous looking. Looking out towards the west and northwest, those clouds are darkening on up, and it is snowing in parts of Hampton Roads. Temperatures have warmed up a bit. Look at Elizabeth City. Low 40s right now. Don't think it's sunny there, but we'll check on that. 32 right now in Melfa, 33 in Newport News, 33 also in Norfolk. There's the snow ever so slowly pushing its way off to the south and east, but it is snowing in parts of Hampton Roads. It started snowing earlier this morning out in Williamsburg and has been slowly trekking its way south and east down along I-64. Now just to the west of Pocosin and also just to the west, or really some flurries now out towards Rushmere and out towards Surrey and northern parts of Isle of Wight. Head down into Southampton, Littleton area, Druryville, Boykins, Franklin, just about to see some snow building into your area, and Northampton out in North Carolina, just to the east now of I-95, Roanoke Rapids, seeing some pretty moderate snow there. All of this is going to make it into our region. It's just taking its sweet old time. We're likely going to see that fill on in on the radar screen within the next couple of hours. And once that happens, we'll start to pile up that snow, especially on the grassy surfaces first. Once the sun sets, we'll start to see that more on the roadways. Winter weather advisory still up there, and winter storm warnings off towards the west and even down towards the south, including Dare County in North Carolina. And that's in effect right on through the rest of the afternoon and into the evening. Let's step through it here on Futurecast. We're seeing that snow progress eastwards, encompassing all of Hampton Roads here by early to mid-afternoon, and it sticks with us. It's going to be a slow mover even once it gets here, staying with us through the evening commute into the first part of the evening and even the first half of the overnight as we start to see another little impulse develop from the south and lift northwards before it starts to taper on off, probably around midnight or so. So how much snow are we talking about? 1 to 3 inches there, 3 to 4 off towards the west and 4 to 6 there. We may have to adjust these numbers here as we go through the afternoon, depending on the intensity of that snow as it comes on through. We'll talk more about what it looks like after the snow exits tonight, coming up in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Tim, we're going to head now over to the traffic network. Now, at this point, we don't have a whole lot of traffic on the road, so mainly we're just watching the snow move into the area and, of course, any other additional traffic alerts that might be a concern for your afternoon commute. Now, I wanted to show you 64 near Newman Road, and you can see passing the camera, we've got some snowflakes there through Williamsburg, so you can see it starting to kind of coat the grassy areas as well. Just be careful out there, not really seeing a whole lot of traffic being impacted by that, though. And a quick heads up, we had a lift at the JRB. That just cleared. There's one in progress at the Coleman. We'll keep an eye on the roads for you and give you an update later in the show. Guys?
All right, Ashley, thank you. Well, crews around the area are preparing for the second round of winter weather, and you can see the storm is already moving over parts of the area.
Nico Clemens is in Williamsburg. Nico, how does it look out there?
Well, as you guys can see all around me, I hope you can see snow flurries. The snow here in Williamsburg started falling from 9 this morning till about 10:30. Then it stopped, and then it picked back up around 11:15. So the snow's been falling and coming down for about an hour now. You can zoom in over here and see the snow is starting to stick to these bushes and the grass and the mulch. But I'm on North Henry Street. That's next to Merchant Square and adjacent to Colonial Williamsburg's historic area. So around me you have retail, shops, restaurants, and the snow flurries and the cold weather, it's not stopping people out here from shopping, going into these restaurants and shops and retail. And we're actually near William and Mary, so I've seen several students out here walking, trying to brave the elements. As far as what crews are doing here in Williamsburg, they already put salt and sand on the bridges, and yesterday they already put more than 2,000 gallons of brine on those primary and secondary roads. Again, the crews are out. They have five snow plows ready. They're ready to go. Their crews started 12-hour shifts. Now back to the snow. Again, it's not sticking to the road, but it is sticking to the rooftops and the grass and the bushes. And coming up later this afternoon, we'll have more from Williamsburg and Newport News. I was there earlier talking to their street repair teams. Right now, I'm live in Williamsburg. Nico Clemens, 13 News Now.
All right, well, VDOT crews are doing what they can to keep the roads clear.
Right now, Elise Brown is outside one of the VDOT locations near Bonnie Road. Elise, how are things looking out there?
Hey, good afternoon, Christina and Janet. Things are looking pretty good out here. We've been out here since 4:30 this morning, and there's been a steady stream of trucks coming in and out of here, loading up on salt. This is a lot of salt we've got out here. VDOT says they've got plenty of this salt, sand, and brine. Now, after trucks come to this location, they go across the street, across the highway, and they wait for the roads and interstates. We spoke with operator Brian Owens this morning. I mean, he is truly passionate about his job. He's been doing it for 21 years. He says safety is priority and has one ask of drivers.
Well, the first thing is just there's signs on our trucks. If we're working, just let us work. Give us at least 100 feet behind us. Like I say, don't pass us, because the road is generally going to be worse in front of us than it is behind us. We don't want to damage vehicles. We just want to get the work done safely for everybody. You know, we have a family to go home to.
Yeah, like Owen said, again, safety is priority. You want to make sure you're at least 100 feet back from those trucks so everybody can get home safely tonight. Live in Virginia Beach, Elise Brown, 13 News Now.
Well, because of the winter weather, several schools around the area are taking precautions. Virginia Beach schools were set to release just a few moments ago.
Jacqueline Lee is live at Fairfield Elementary School. Jacqueline.
Yeah, guys, all the school buses, the parents, the very excited kids, they all left here about 10 minutes ago. Now, as you guys said, Virginia Beach Public Schools, they all got out 3 hours early today. And this is the city's way of just taking precautions. I mean, if you guys take a look, we've seen sand and salt spread out all over the sidewalks, all over the streets. The school district says they'd rather be safe than sorry. Now, for a lot of parents, this is a bit of a deja vu. When we had that blizzard 2 weeks ago, a total of 6 school days were canceled in the city of Virginia Beach. The school district announced that they would extend the first semester as a way to make up for that. Now, the biggest question here is whether or not school will be canceled for tomorrow. A spokesperson said they're going to be evaluating the forecast and the road conditions, and they'll make that call a little bit later today. So as soon as we get that information, we'll keep you updated on air and online at 13newsnow.com. Live in Virginia Beach, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.